Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a game between herO and Cal, also known as GooJila, here on Fighting Spirit. Top right-hand corner of the map, it is, whoa, the blue Zerg player herO. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the white Protoss player, known only as GooJila. Actually, I lied. A lot of Smurf names for GooJila here. Sad Eyes is one of them. Sad Eyes, Cal, GooJila, all the same person. All the same Protoss. The same Protoss who gave Jaedong all he could handle on the channel a couple months ago. It was a really, really great ZVP. Tons of Storm, Reaver stuff. I mean, Sad Eyes here. GooJila knows how to deal with a Zerg player. It's splash damage and then splash damage. And when you're done with your splash damage, it's more splash damage. So here we are on Fighting Spirit. I got this replay. The date on it is 2016, so it could be a couple years old at this stage. But as far as balance is concerned, it's all the same. It's been the same for a very long time. The last balance patch for Brood War was, good golly, over 10 years ago now, I want to say. I'd be surprised if it was anything less. Or anything more recent than that. Anyway, did you... Oh, okay, so threw a pylon up here. Gonna go for the forge. That's a forge. That's a gateway. All right, so gonna gateway it. Not gonna put any pressure up. Not really going to have much defense against early pressure here from herO. But again, this is a more recent game. The meta has changed a little bit here. I don't expect to see anything too nuts from herO in the early stages of the game. It's not going to be a link flood or anything like that. Although he did not go hatch first in this situation, which is a little bit weird, if you ask me. Is our... Hold on a second. Yeah, that's too fast. That's the right speed. Okay, sometimes I get a little bit confused as to exactly what speed is the right speed. Hey, guess what? I'm out on Twitch, twitch.tv/FalconPaladin, playing through the StarCraft 1 campaign remastered. Then I'm going to hit the Brood War one after that. So if you want to watch me do some of that stuff on Saturdays and Sundays on the weekends, when maybe there's not a whole lot going on, go ahead and hit me up, twitch.tv/FalconPaladin, and you can see me do fairly well at Brood War. I am okay at Brood War. I haven't died in any of the missions yet, but to be fair, it's been the first 5 or 6 missions that I've completed in the StarCraft 1 campaign, and those are hard to die on. Although I do remember dying on the one where you're Terran and you have to hold out for 30 minutes against incoming waves of Zerg, and I remember dying on that a couple times when I first played it back when I was like 14 or 15 years old, and then figuring it out, and then my most recent playthroughs, it's just been kind of embarrassingly easy to beat. This time, I actually went out and killed all the Zerg structures, so they didn't attack me hardly at all throughout the course of the game. Go figure. I didn't realize it was that easy to beat. But when they tell you just hold out, what that means for you is generally just hold out. Don't go out and try to be a hero, right? Well, they absolutely wanted you to be a hero. Zealot is here for GooJila, and wha-bam, wha-bam. Yeah, these Lings, I don't know if these Lings want to deal with a Zealot and a Probe at this stage of the game, although can't exactly take down the hatchery either. Can those units, so no big deal. Oh, another expansion here. That is a quick third base down that right side for herO. Now the question is GooJila just going to hit him with Zealots all the livelong day? No, he's expanding. He only has the one gateway. That said, this is pretty intimidating stuff. Got a couple Zealots, got a Probe. The Lings are going to be happy to deal with a couple Zealots here. And they get... Oh, that's enough Lings, though. Never mind. Get... Hustle into position. There we go. There it is, right between those mineral lines. And only 2 Lings can hit that guy at a time. Look at this positioning. It's beautiful. The Zealots can't necessarily kill anything here, but also the Lings don't want to try to kill the Zealots because it will be such little cost efficiency in that situation. So the Lings decide to go on down and see what they can do on the other side of the map. We do, in fact, have a forge coming up, but it's about 50% complete. The Lings are going to be able to do quite a bit about this. Zealots, do you have any kills? That guy has 2 kills. He's trying to bait the Lings into attacking here. Another Zealot joins the party. Player 3 has entered the game. Lings, yeah, here's where it is. Oh, Probe goes down. Cannon comes up just in the nick of time, but no, the Lings are through. Zealots, hold on. Probes, try to fight. Try to help do this thing. How are our health bars looking? Not too fancy at all. Goes down. Probe here fighting, only 2 Lings remaining, and they're pretty injured too. They can't do enough to kill this cannon, but they can injure it a little bit. So decent hold there. Zealot still doing work at herO's main base, well, natural base up here. Lings rolling into here, just getting clobbered, and then suddenly enough Lings pop out to make it worth it for the Zerglings. Overlord scouts this location. Cannon is up. Getting some shots off there. It is injured. It is injured a little bit. We do have some shield regeneration coming in fairly slowly. Shield regen is not fast in StarCraft Brood War, as I'm sure you know because you're watching this. Cybercore coming up as well. We're not quite ready for that next stage of tech from GooJila. Third base happily running. Okay, somebody said I could see the vision of these players by right-clicking on their names. Not true. Not the truth. I'm not sure what they were talking about there, but they've been very insistent that I should be able to right-click on something and get the vision of one of the players and not the other one, so we can tell what's been scouted and whatnot. There is... I mean, on the control panel... Nope, not there. Everything else is up. Unit panels here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what they were talking about here. Might need to be a little bit more specific if you need me to be able to show who has seen what at any stage of the game. Hydralisk Den is done. We are working on grooved spines, increasing that Hydra attack range. And Cannon, super happy. Just about restored on its shield is going to be a big time help here against this bit of a Ling Flood. It's not a huge all-in Ling Flood by any stretch of the imagination. It's just Zerglings. Going to wait for the Hydras to show up to really try to get stuff done. And that's the range is for. The range allows the Hydras to sit back and attack things without getting too close to the enemies. Hydras are the glass cannons of the Zerg army. They hit hard, but by golly, if something's hitting them, they are dead. They just don't have a lot of HP. They're more tanky here in Brood War than they are in StarCraft 2. They can be staples of your army in every matchup as a Zerg player in Brood War, which is really can't be said about StarCraft 2, although recently they have been improved a tiny little bit. Hold position on these Lings. Ooh, careful. Those are Speedlings, man. Corsair trying to fly on out. Hydra, bam, 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 bam. Get some quick shots. Take the shields completely off that thing. Now, where are the Overlords? So they don't get shot out of the sky here. This is a pretty aggressive attack from herO. Early stages of the game. Lings are here. Hydras are here. They do have the range upgrade. They need to take down the cannon first, and the cannon does go down quite easily, but there are two more ready to rock, and I'm just not sure this is enough. There's enough DPS. Ooh, Zealots coming out on the left side, too. The cannons are down, but the Zealots are here. Dragoon is here as well. Additional cannons popping up just in case more stuff shows up, and by golly, of course stuff does. This is a Zerg player trying to get right on top of this Dragoon and kill it. We're looking at health bars. Looking at health bars on this battle. The Dragoon does end up going down. You almost got to surround these cannons. Hydra's at the back trying to finish off one before it finishes, and yes, it finishes, but then it immediately explodes. This is really, really bad for GooJila, ladies and gentlemen. I keep checking the mini-map to see if perhaps he's doing some good stuff on the other side of the map right now, but no, absolutely not. Probes are forced to fight for their lives. They're actually doing a pretty good job killing these Zerglings. Losing a lot of probes in the process, though, too. This Hydralisk has one kill, and he's completely dead there. More units streaming on down in here for herO. They're a little bit late, but they're going to do some work anyway. Where are these probes trying to go? I don't know, man. They're just getting shot in the face. Look at all these injured probes here. Some of them have no shields. Some of them have no shields and no HP either. This cannon trying to come up. And the Hydra's repositioning themselves so they're not actually hit by this cannon while they're trying to kill this one there. Zealot pushing out, very upset. But more Hydras show up. This is going to be a battleground for a while. I guess Free Forge is not bad if you're herO, preventing further upgrades and whatnot. Have these Corsairs done much of anything? Well, one kill on that Corsair. And 0 kills on that Corsair. So, I mean, it's kind of supply blocking herO a tiny bit, but not really. Yeah, man, these Zealots are really all that is keeping herO alive. Micro back, there we go. Microing back. I don't think they have the speed upgrade. As you can tell, they're just kind of limping along here instead of really retreating from the situation. He got the range upgrade, but not the speed upgrade, which makes kiting more difficult. Another Overlord down. Are we supply blocked? Nah, herO's got enough Overlords, man. He's not worried about getting supply blocked at all. Going for a macro hatch at his third base and an evolution chamber at his main. Is there an upgrade going on here? It's kind of bouncing like it is, but I don't see anything in that production tab that would indicate that's the case. Hydra's on the high ground in a choke. Pretty darn good against Zealots because they are melee. Melee units going through a choke, they really need to make sure nothing ranged is attacking them because otherwise they will die exceptionally quickly. Forge on the way, Temple Archives coming up, Gateway, and another Gateway. Macroing pretty hard considering the fact that his front door looks like a war zone. Is GooJila replacing that Forge. He knows upgrades are of the utmost importance versus Zerg. Zealot's trying to come on in here, but I mean, with decent micro and some defender's advantage here, the Zealots are all just going to die. Maybe taking down one Hydra in the process. Oh, he's alive, though. He's going for the scout. He does see the lair timing. He does see... Well, there's a Hydralisk den, obviously. Going to try to kill a drone. And no, not going to happen. Not allowed. Storm being researched by GooJila. Working on +1 attack. Getting a Dark Templar, too. This isn't a straight-up Corsair Dark Templar play, but a Dark Templar here and there, when the Overlords are scared to move out, especially before they have speed, is a pretty good strategy. Another macro hatch for herO. He is feeling like he needs that larva today, which is fair. If you're going for small things like Zerglings, Hydralisks, it's going to be pretty larva intensive, and so extra larva is never a bad thing. Once you start making things like Ultras or Mutalisks or Broodlords or something, the extra hatches aren't as important. We can still use them to make a lot of drones at a time to saturate a new base, if that's what you're into. These are the Corsair. These are the Corsair. 2 kills and 1 kill. I don't know that they've necessarily paid for themselves. I assume they've killed a couple Overlords because there's no other targets for them at this stage of the game. Overlord hiding in the top left corner. Please don't kill me. Hydralisk running around solo down here. He's got the speed upgrade now. He is zipping it. That Zealot can't actually keep up. Pneumatized Carapace on the way. Missile attack level 1 being researched for the Hydralisks. Looks like we're going to stick on Hydras for a while, which is pretty problematic considering your opponent's getting Storm, although it's like not like he doesn't know that GooJila is going to get Storm when you attack him with a bunch of Hydra and Ling at the early stages of the game. It basically forces the Protoss to go for Storm. That's the earliest thing he can get that's really consistently good against all of these Hydras and these Zerglings. Extractor on the way for herO at his third base, and then almost kind of want to consider... Ooh, as this Dark Templar starts hacking at stuff. Yonk. Nicely done. Man, I love DTs. They are cool. They are cool units. All right. Overlord's moving out. They almost have Overlord speed. It's going to kick in at any second now. Man, Dark Templar, though, doing work in the meantime. In the absence of detection, the Dark Templar will play. Speed finish. Who's moving that I can tell? Yes, there we go. Speed has finished. Dark Templar gets picked off. Kadaran Amulet on the way, increasing the max energy of High Templar. More Storm, the merrier, I believe is how that is expressed. Third base, warping it on the left side. Here for GooJila. Some Hydras showing up, and oh boy, this is already fairly established. There's a lot of Zealots here with +1 attack. Working on +2, working on the +2. I guess we can attack into the front door then if all the Zealots are at the third base. Or you could, except for the fact that there are several High Templar here. Oh, some of them with enough for 2 Storms at this stage of the game. That is pretty amazing. 2 Storms from 1 High Templar is very, very much worth. Oop, Corsairs flying over a little bit, flying over those Hydras a tiny bit. Dodging a Storm. A little bit early there from our Protoss player, but that's okay. He'll live. He will be just fine. All right, so third base is done, happily established. Got some cannons there to deal with run-bys. Lurker Aspect on the way. Yep, Lurker Aspect being researched right now. More Corsairs coming in here too. Corsair Zealot Storm pretty much seems to be the name of the game for GooJila. Ooh, a hatch is trying to come up. A fourth base for herO up at the 12 o'clock position, but these Zealots have something to say about that. What they have to say is arr, 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 arr. And it does go down. Doesn't even get canceled there. Oish. Ay, caramba. All right, so they're all going to die for their infraction. Which seems like a fair punishment. You go kill someone else's home and you die, but the home is still dead. There's no bringing it back. No amount of revenge will bring back that house. GooJila is up 114 to 107 supply, which is fairly standard state of things for a ZVP. At this stage of the game, we've seen GooJila float 30, 40 supply deficits to players and then just come back and win anyway. It's just pretty much keeping bases alive, keeping the Protoss player pinned in, making him worry about playing defense instead of worrying about dropping you and pushing out with a huge scary army, letting him build up that huge army. +1 attack is now done. Working on missile attack level 2 is herO. GooJila now getting that shuttle. Speaking of drops, we do have shuttles on the way here. Corsairs flying around the bottom right-hand corner. Going to go ahead and see what they can do about killing things. And they should be able to kill this Overlord, no problem. See all those drones that just popped right there? That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. If you have that many macro hatches, you can make so many workers at once. Fully darn saturate a base, even before it's done completing. Are those extra hatcheries? herO is the biggest macro hatch fan I have ever seen in Brood War. It's amazing. Yeah, Overlord dies. Not enough Hydras here to save them. Corsair, still 6 of them. None of them went down. Flying into the main base where there is a single Hydralisk to defend. Is he on hold position? Yep. That Overlord didn't even try to run at all. Scourge getting a couple decent hits off there. Whoa. By a couple decent hits off there, I mean, the Corsair are running for their lives. Good storm there at the front door of GooJila. I don't know if you're breaking this. I know you kind of want to break it, but there are so many High Templars sitting back here. It seems like it's ill-advised. Zealots walking on in to this 4th base. There are 3 macro, there are 3 hatcheries and a bunch of hydras all clumped up into this mineral, these mineral patches here, just so surrounds aren't possible with the charge lots. That's exactly what it is. Zealots with legs. Hydra is trying to pick off some of these Dragoons. Dragoon count has gotten a little bit higher here, I guess, with the presence of the Lurkers. Dragoon not bad against Lurker. Just because they have the range, they don't take any bonus damage from them. Ooh, High Templar gets picked off. Nice pick there from herO. Corsair coming on back home. Zealots ready to attack on into this 4th base if they are commanded to, but not really interested in going on their own. At least not at this stage of the game. Alright, so Lurker, Ling, Hydra. Suddenly herO is at 168 to 169 supply. We are even, ladies and gentlemen, at the 16-minute mark of this game. Overlord picked off. There we go. Single Dragoon. Oh, good storm. Those Lings were running right on in. And the storm made them balk a little bit and then fully turn around and retreat. It's just there's so much blue. This contain is so intimidating. I don't know how you break out of this. If you're GooJila, he's going to try for it though. I can see it. I can see it in his eyes. Yes, he's going for it now. Picking off, storming that Lurker, bringing it down to very low HP, finally finishing it off there. An Overlord comes through, gets picked off. Some Hydras are here too, but this is a fairly small army. Where's everybody else? They're all up north. All up north here. Storms on the Hydras getting dodged fairly well here by our Zerg player. Except for the fact when they don't dodge them very well, because dodging them means getting out very fast, because every half a second you stay in there, the more damage is being done to you. Oop, Lurker's actually picking off an Archon. I feel like that was a target fire on behalf of herO. Is he going to lose all of his Lurkers right here? He needs to run them. There's a lot of them here, though. Oh, my goodness gracious. There are 12 Lurkers on the ground. All right, Ling's trying to get on and save these Lurkers. Hydra's flanking from the right side. Lurker's getting re-burrowed in. Wow. Obliterating those Zealots, but still, it doesn't look like it's quite enough for herO. Reinforcements coming on in, though. herO is nothing if not a macro god at this stage of the game. He can bring in Hydras all over the place on the right side. These Corsairs are taking serious amounts of damage and, in fact, exploding here. The Dragoons do have +3 attack, which means they have better upgrades than the Zerg, who has +2 attack, which is going to help immensely in these types of situations. All right, so looks like GooJila has broken out. He can be the aggressor, at least temporarily, this stage of the game. Pulling back Goddess Lings. You guys have any upgrades, Zerglings? Nah, man. 0-0. Working on melee attack 1 and Carapace level 1. But definitely not quite there yet. The Lurkers are a little bit unsupported and not burrowed either. Just run. Just flee there. They're fleeing from this location. And the Dragoons pulling back. All right, warping in a 4th base in the bottom section of the map here at the 6 o'clock position is GooJila. Lings rolling down. Oh, the timing for herO. Look at this. Look at this. Everything's dead. That's it. Your attempt at a base has been denied by these Zerglings. I don't know if they're canceled or not. He's trying to save it, and I think he canceled it out at the very last second. But bottom line, it's gone. It's gone anyway. Marching down, our Dragoons trying to deal with this army, doing a bit of a backstab here. Lurkers and Lings are attacking a base that doesn't need to be attacked right now. I mean, I guess maybe they can sit at the bottom of this ramp and do some stuff. The storms, though. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Lurkers killing these Zealots exceptionally well, but now the Lurkers are dead. And now these Hydras are stuck in a pit of pain. All right, that was bad news bears. Still pushing up north is GooJila. Still making Lings and Hydras. Working on that +1 melee attack. It's almost done. for the Lings. It's a pretty good upgrade. Just because the Lings attack so quickly really helps their DPS overall. Some Lings taking some bad pathing, running right through this Protoss army. And taking out a Dragoon before they get completely massacred. Their High Templar overextending. I know it's hard to control. Get out of there, man. Is he going to live? No, he lives. Until he doesn't live. And he gets picked off. That was unfortunate for him. Attacking down into the south here. Ling versus Zealot. Again, +3 Zealots aren't really afraid of Lings of all that much. Lurkers trying to flank on the left side here too. 167 and 136 supply. Once again, so many Zealots. Nom, 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 nom. Just getting nommed up here. Lurkers getting destroyed too, though. Their blood gushing out of the ground when they die. Always been one of the weirder death animations in all of StarCraft, if you ask me. Nidus Canal finally. First one on the way here for our Zerg player. Trying to kill that cannon, but that's a beautiful combination. Cannons and storms. High Templar does get the cannon before the DT hacks him down to death. Hacks him down to death. Sure, why not? Hydra's catching a probe transferring train here. Oh, good storm! Oh my goodness, the High Templar might have saved himself. Just with that one really, really good storm. And then suddenly, GooJila's in a pretty darn good position. He's got Archons with +3 attack, and generally that's kind of what you want to do. If you don't want to deal with Dark Swarm from your opponent, if you're playing against Jaedong, for example, just go mass Archon. Archons do very, very well against Dark Swarm. Their splash damage is not bothered a bit by it. Archons are great against everything Zerg has. Honestly, I can't think of a single thing they're bad against, with the exception of maybe Guardians, just because of the range problem. But otherwise, Archons are going to do just fine. So we'll see if that's what GooJila decides to go for here. Just continues to work with the Storm. Because again, the Storm is not bothered by the Dark Swarm either. They don't care. It goes right on through. It's ranged general standard attacks. Like this one, for example, the Phase Disruptor, that are completely negated by that. However, we have not seen a Defiler Mound. Oh, we have a Defiler Mound. We have not seen any Defilers. Do we have any Defilers yet? No, I don't think we have any Defilers yet, but man, herO's expanding like a boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases now for him compared to the 4 for GooJila. Sure, he's being more cost efficient, and he is making additional Archons. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going to start seeing a lot of Archons from herO. Lings and Hydras don't do very well in the situation. The splash damage alone on the Archons is insane, especially here. 40 damage splash per hit on that attack from our Archon. Psionic Shockwave. That's what it's all about. Plague is done. Ultralisk Cavern coming in. Have we seen Ultra against Mass Archon before? I'm not convinced that we have. It's not necessarily Mass Archon either. There's still a lot of Dragoons here. Again, and there's still a lot of High Templar here too. GooJila is running with both of those as best as he possibly can. An expand in the bottom right would be good, but there are Lings scouting that. Overlord checking to see if this base is being taken. So anywhere that GooJila goes, herO will know about it pretty much instantly, and likely send a group of Lings down to try and kill it. Consume on the way for Defilers. Defilers have a lot of abilities you have to upgrade, which makes sense because they're incredible units. They are really, really, really good high-tier spellcaster units that can really make a game change for the Zerg, or against the Zerg if not used well. High skill ceiling, but kind of difficult to master there, which I believe is kind of the Blizzard way of doing things. Alright, well, both players just kind of chill right now. I don't know that anybody's launched a major attack at any stage of the game here. These Lings do go down to this Archon, who ends up with 7 kills, no big deal. GooJila is trying to take this bottom right-hand corner of a base. I assume a probe's going to come down eventually here. We are maxed out. 195 out of 200 supply for GooJila. He decides it's time to go. Time to head north. Time to get rid of some of these Hydralisks. They do have +2 armor and +3 attack, which is nice, but Storm still chews them up, even with those upgrades. Zerglings are here. Where are the Archons? I guess they're attacking in this area. Yeah, man. Archon trying to do it by himself. If he... Oops, Storm... Well, all right. There we go. Storm it up. Defiler picked up there, too. Huge battle on this side. Just Lurkers remaining on the left side of the map. Lings and Lurkers trying to get on up here, but... Boy, that Archon DPS is really, really good. Lurker still not bad. Still hard to kill with that +2 armor. Working on +3 armor too. Chitinous plating on the way for herO. I'm going to see some Ultras eventually. Not before we see 20 Hydralisks, though. 20 Hydralisks in production for herO. 5th base does get established along the right side for GooJila. Do we have the answer for Ultras? Honestly, Zealot, pretty good. Archon, pretty good. Storm, not as good. And honestly, some Dark Templar would be pretty good there. Maelstrom would be wonderful. Against that big attack coming in from all sides. Here come the Lings. Here come the Hydras. There's the Dark Swarm as well. Archons need to get in there. They need to get in. The Zealots are already on top of it too. This is actually looking really good for GooJila. High Templar have overextended tiny bit. Can't just lose those for no reason. And he does manage to save a couple of them there. This Archon has 20 kills. What a boss. What a boss he is. And expanding along the left side. No, he already had this base for a while. 1, 4, yeah, 5 bases up for the Protoss. 6 for the Zerg. I'd say that engagement was won handily by GooJila. Working on anabolic synthesis, faster Ultralisk movement. If this turns into a game where the Protoss plays really well and then Ultras just come wreck him, I'm going to be very sad. New High Templar, get out of there! Why are you at the front? I know it's hard to control. I get it. I really do. Where is your detection? These lurkers are doing way too much work. Okay, that battle definitely went in favor of herO. And considering the fact that he's going to have Ultras eventually, that does not bode well for our Protoss player at all. High Templar here, enough with 1 Storm. Enough energy for 1 Storm. Oh, he does have an Observer here. Why were those lurkers wrecking him? You almost have to focus him down. Just the splash damage is so problematic for your Zealots. And the Zealots are such a big part of your army there. 1 Observer goes down. There were 2, though. Haha! Surprise! Surprise double Observer play. Big Hydra swing coming in from the left side of the map. GooJila thinks he's free and clear to attack up this direction, but he is not. He's about to get flanked, and flanked so hard. Oh, guess he does have more Storm now. Enough for 1 Storm per here. Don't A move into this location, High Templar. Don't do it. He's holding his Storm very smartly, but from the backside, here come more Lings and Lurkers. This is beautiful stuff out of herO. Attacking from all directions right now. The High Templar are left behind as the army tries to flee. Oh, Plague on top of a lot of the units that do hate getting plagued. Backing himself into a corner. He's got some cannons here. Where did his Storm go? I don't know, but there's 4 Ultras on the way, and they're going to have full upgrades, and they're going to have speed, and they're going to have chitinous plating. So I don't know about this. Another flank attack attempt here from GooJila, trying to come in from the right side, pick off a few of these Hydras, at least slow down the push on this base, but no, can't do it because there's Dark Swarm. Zealots, however, getting some reinforcing Lings. That's pretty good. Free Zergling, not bad. You will take damage anywhere you can get it at the 27-minute mark of a game. +3, +2 on these ground units for GooJila. 154 to 174 supply. Is he going for it? Where are my Ultras at? 5, 3, speed, armor. Here are the Ultralisks, and no. Trying to storm them and take them down, but they have too much HP for that. 400 HP is a lot of HP. High Templar killed there too. 162 to 138 supply. herO is looking strong. He is looking good right now. 3-3 on those Hydralisks, 5-3 on the Ultralisks. The upgrades are amazing. He's trying to come up here and deal with this right now with this Zerg Swarm, but 1 Dark Swarm, there it is. There's the Dark Swarm, forced to pull back from this location. The Zealots, woof, not doing as much as I expected against those Ultras. I can be honest with you there. Yeah, Cannon's not doing anything here with the Dark Swarm happening. There is an Archon trying to hold it alone, but nope. Too much Archon. Or too much Ultralisk, rather. Too much Zergling. And is that Ultralisk inside the Swarm? He's definitely inside the Swarm. He is completely unkillable there. The trail of Dark Swarms into this 5th base is just disgusting. I don't know what GooJila does against this. This Ultra, at this stage of the game, does have 4 kills. He's going to go after all of these probes with wild Zerg-like abandons, trying to storm these lurkers as best he can, but taking spines instead. It's not what you want to see here. 62 hit points on this guy, but he's still dealing damage. Like he's got that full 400. He's feeling great. Yeah, this base is gone. Pylon gone. Nexus gone. Lurkers with +3 attack stabbing on in. A bit of an attempted attack up this left side by GooJila. It feels like something like a last gasp. He's going Archon. He's going Zealot. Plague on the Zealots. They might as well attack now. It's all they got. All they have here. You know what? They're going to go ahead and actually take out a few of those Ultralisks. Maybe evening the score just a tiny, tiny bit here. He needed that win, and he needed that bad. I just don't see enough white on the screen to come back against this blue. There's so much blue. There's blue running everywhere. There's little clumps of blue all over the map. The vision is perfect for herO. I just don't know what you do. Hatch is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 6. 6 bases. Every base on this map has been taken at some stage or another, even if they've been killed. More Ultralisks charging on in here. Ling is trying to get part of the battle too. They do have adrenal glands. Oh, did he storm? Oh, he stormed his own observer. I know it's hard. I get it, but kind of need. Actually, you don't need those if you have 4. You got 4 stacked on top of 4 here. Another plague. The Ultras don't want to engage with this Zealot Archon army. The Zealots can take pretty well. And the Archons just tear through the Ultras over time. They're pretty fast attack speed, and the splash helps too here, especially against the Zerglings. Is it going to be enough to get rid of these Ultralisks? The Archons sure want you to believe so, and bam! All of the Ultralisks are completely toast. Another Archon! Can he do it? Archon versus Ultra! No! Tag teamed. Got tag teamed there by additional Zerg units. 144 to 81 supply. And it's not pretty. A lot of Zerg have died in this game, but I just don't see how GooJila comes back from this one at all. Sure, there's an Archon present. Sure, there's a couple storms here too, but he doesn't have this this 5th base, and he doesn't have the base in the bottom right either. And that's your good game out of GooJila. GooJila has left the game, and herO is your winner in 31 minutes and 44 seconds. Wow, herO. I mean, he lost a hatch. He lost a hatch at that 12 o'clock position. Immediately replanted it and was pretty much fine from that point on. Dark Swarm use was on point. Got those Ultras out. Got those upgrades out. 3-3 for Lurkers and Hydras and Zerglings with Adrenal Glands. Everything was maxed out. It was a beautiful, beautiful play. No Sky units whatsoever, but that's okay. And in the end, I think GooJila had the right idea, but just couldn't quite pull it off. Did not have the income to make it happen. So good job by herO getting the win today, and that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. Ooh, don't forget Twitch. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.